Everybody, welcome to the call. I'm just going to play a little video and then we will have Wendell present to us.
I think if you look at the world today, there's $900 trillion or more of wealth in the world. A lot of that wealth is invested in real estate, equity, gold, art, currencies, corporate bonds, governmental bonds, and then a lot of that wealth is in various other forms of derivatives. The most important use case in the world, the most valuable thing in the world is just long-term capital, long-term store of value. That's worth half of all that. $450 trillion worth of long-term capital. When people struggle with what's the use case of Bitcoin or what's the use case of anything, well, the irony is they're staring right at it. It's like to be rich and stay rich forever. It's what everybody wants. It's what every kid wants. Every 3-year-old wants this. There's no one that ever lived in the history of the world that didn't want more money, more power. They wanted wealth and prosperity. So that's worth $450 trillion capital.
If you don't know why, you're going to get that in this presentation. All in 50 minutes. Sit back and enjoy. Get back to who invited you. This world belongs to us. Back to you, Uncle Walter.
Okay, so like Wendell said, we're gonna start the presentation here, and I'm just gonna share my screen, and away we go.
This is our team name. We don't make any guarantees, promises, absolutes, none of that stuff. We're not financial advisors. We're not healthcare. All that stuff, tax people, that's not what we do. But what we do, we share with you guys here. So again, thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day. And I am going to share why Bitcoin, why BitHarvest, why we're using BitHarvest to get our hands on that. Non-discretionary expenses versus passive income. So you see right here where this intersects. Well, you want to get to that intersection point as fast as possible. Financial independence, you want that line to keep going as fast as possible, especially with the foolishness, these governments, these powers that be, the entities in control, blah, blah, blah. What they're about to do and have already started doing to the financial sector is absolutely ridiculous. You do not want to be on the wrong side of that. The top 10 assets, we're talking about in the whole world by market cap. Number 1, God's money. 7, God's money again. 2, things that you, in my opinion, should have, period. Like, they've worked since the beginning of time, before man. They're going to work in the future, period. No matter what they've gone through in the past, they've always gold and silver worked. But wait a minute. Look at this. Look down here. What's that? Not in the 100th place or the 10,000th place in this list. The 10th place. A little known secret that we all, most of us, if you're a guest here, maybe you don't know. Maybe we'll help you with that today. It's 15 years old, and it's in the top 10. But wait a minute, when was that? Oh, I'm sorry. That was in September. How about we fast forward a little bit? Anybody notice? Anybody notice anything different? It's no longer number 10. 15-year-old since its creation, and it's number 7. Not in the US, not in Canada, not in Germany. In the whole world, it's number 7. And I'm mind blown by how many people still are running around saying, I don't know. Maybe down the road. Let me think about it. Think about what is there to think about? Here's another reason. The halvings. Have you noticed every 4 years, Bitcoin gets cut in half, the production, how much they're putting out? In 2016, look where it was. Which way did it go? 4 years. Oh, that's right. Up. Bitcoin only goes one direction. Please do not fall for, oh, it crashed. No. That's a sale. When shirts go on sale, you buy them. When a car goes on sale, you buy them. When houses go on sale, you buy them. When food is on sale, we buy them. We don't run around saying, oh my God, the prices have crashed on the groceries. No one says that. Because it's not a crash. It's literally just a sale. So this was a sale that they called a crash. That's a lie. I wonder what's going to happen in 2028. Just looking at this chart. Not me, not you. What does the numbers say? Numbers tell the truth. People lie. People over-exaggerate. Numbers do not do that. Never have, never will. Here's a way to make this even clear. I'm going to drill in this Bitcoin thing, and then I'm going to show you the company that most of us on here have selected to utilize to get as much of this financial phenom that only goes in one direction since its creation into our lives, to make our finances grow with or without your effort. Doesn't matter. You can take yourself out of the equation. That's the key to becoming financially wealthy, where your finances are making more without your effort at all, period. So let's say Bitcoin had 20, they was producing 20 Bitcoins, and then they cut it in half every 4 years. Now there's only 10. Which way did the line go? And how much production? Less. This is a perfect formula for growth automatically. Look at the next 4 years. What happened? They cut it in half. Let's say it was 20, now it's 10. They're only making 10. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and only a few million have Bitcoin. And look what it's doing with just a few million. 8 billion people. That means billions still haven't got it or don't even know about it. And we know how to get it every single day. So checking this out, it was bartering. Then we went to the money that was already here, prepared for us before we even got here. We started using the money. Of course, here comes humanity. We start playing with the money. We start lying. We start cheating. We start changing ways. We start the nonsense. Then we go from silly to downright ridiculous. We take the receipts, what was created to get the money, the real money, the gold, the silver, and we start saying in 1971 that this is money. How can a receipt become money? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. But yet, everyone around the world right now is running around with receipts, acting like they have money, broke and don't even know it. That's mind-boggling. Then we got into credit cards. Then we're getting into the crypto world. See, currency always changes, but money doesn't change. Gold and silver is still here. All these changes, rabbits and flowers and rocks and beans and dollars and pounds, and this is all currency. Credit cards, debit cards, online payments, digital, it's all currency. But what if you could take the currencies you have now, the ones you know, if you don't know, are going to zero, just like every currency in the history of man, and turn it into the newest currency on the planet that I just showed you guys, only goes in one direction. If you could take the one that's going to zero and trade it in, you're just exchanging it, one currency for the other, dollars for Bitcoin. Why wouldn't you do that? Bitcoin's purchasing power. We're not even going to go back 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. No. Let's just go back 8 years. New beginnings. One of my favorite numbers. 2016, median valued house in America, 288K. If you had Bitcoin, it would have took 664 Bitcoins to do that. 1 year for it. The value of the dollar dropping so fast, now it takes 298,000 to buy the same house, a median value house in America. Let's look at another year. Okay, the following year, 300,000 now. We cracked the 300,000 median valued house, same size house, same everything, but the dollar went so much lower, it went higher. Okay, let's go 2009. Again, numbers don't lie, people do. Now it's going to take 318,000 to buy the same house just 3 years later. And here we are in 2024, 434,000. 6 Bitcoin. Well, that's when Bitcoin was probably around 60, 70,000. So probably only 5 or 4 Bitcoin, 4.5, whatever, to get a medium valued house now, guys. You can take a Bitcoin and get a little bit of groceries. 2013, you get a lot more. 2024, you can get the whole basket and then some.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago, go ahead, Walter.
Oh, man. No kidding. 3 years ago, 1 Bitcoin, brand spanking new. Is that a Tesla? One of those?
Yeah, the Tesla Cybertruck.
It's like, holy crap, bud. Like, you got to get some Bitcoin.
Like, it only makes sense. But hey, Walter, don't we know, should we go just exchange our dollars for Bitcoin, or do we have a better method?
Well, to answer the question, yes, we should. However, yes, there is a better method.
2 years ago, Bitcoin was doing 8.2 trillion in transactions being processed. Visa? Anybody ever heard of Visa? Ain't that company old? Why is it doing less than Bitcoin? Because the world has changed. 6 trillion. MasterCard, aren't they older than Bitcoin? Yeah. Why are they only doing 2.5? Because the shift is already taking place. Bitcoin.com, they say 150K. They even say by 2025, 250K per Bitcoin. Remember, it's only 90 right now, so it's on sale, heading to the moon. My opinion, not financial advice. CNBC, Robert Kiyosaki. He said, now he's a billionaire, half a million by 2025. I like that number. Let's see if that holds up. Boy, that'll be fun. But Kathy Woods just blew everybody out of the water. 1.5 million by 2030. Now, this was last year, 2023. There's been an update. We'll get to that. If you don't know the Bitcoin story, originally Bitcoin had no real value at all. But come October 2009, Marty, computer science student, sells I know if Marty kicking himself right now, sells 5,050 Bitcoins for $5.02 on PayPal. So 0.0009. That is a fraction of a penny. 15 years ago, not 150,000 years ago, 10,000 years, 100 years, just 15 years ago. This was August the 21st at 10 a.m. Bitcoin was as high as $73,000 plus at that point, and it had fallen, went on sale to 58,000. Bitcoin right now sits at 95, 96, 97, 98, 99,000 on any given day. On any given day. Bitcoin's percentage, nothing on the planet has ever come close. Bitcoin has a percentage right now of 9.5 to 9.9 trillion percent gain in 15 years. There's not a house, a market, a forex, stock market, bonds, you name it, your own business, Walmart, Tesla, nobody in the history of finance is up in a 15-year span or their whole existence. I didn't say million or billion, I said trillion. Check my math. Numbers don't lie. Walter, anything about that number?
Oh.
No. It just blows the mind when people, and it's just getting started. All these ETFs start coming out. Everybody starts grabbing them. BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale. They are grabbing these Bitcoin ETFs left and right. They're all coming. Kathy Woods changed her prediction, you guys, in July of this year to what's on the screen. She now is expecting Bitcoin to go up, surge 5,837%. That was in July when Bitcoin was in the 50,000 range. Huh? She's talking about 3.8 million per Bitcoin by 2030. 5 years.
You got me excited. I need to go get some Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, we got a machine that'll do it for you. We get into that. Everybody know it. We laying the foundation right now, guys. Your house needs to be on a really solid foundation. I am laying the foundation of why Bitcoin. So who else is in crypto? Is it just me and Walter and a few people on here? No. Here's a short list. You go do your homework. I ain't going to do all the homework for you. Mike Tyson. Ever heard of him? Ashton Kutcher. Serena Williams. Gwyneth Paltrow. Snoop Dogg. Lindsay Lohan. We all know she went a little off the rocker a few years ago. She had enough sense to get Bitcoin. Yeah, we joked Lindsay Lohan for her rough life. But she got Bitcoin. Do you? Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, I think they said she was in. All right. What about some billionaires? This is a short list. Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Cardone, Kevin O'Leary, the Winklevoss twins, Tyler and Cameron, Michael Saylor. Go look him up, see what he's done. It's bananas. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. Never can pronounce his name. We call him CZ. He's the CEO of Binance. And the last guy, he's a billionaire. He has Bitcoin. I didn't even try to pronounce his name. And here we go. Are the institutions starting to get in? Yeah. Ally Bank, Fidelity, BlackRock, Wells Fargo, ARK Investment, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and the list goes on and on. And you guys, y'all can screenshot whatever I put up. Governments hold a surprising amount of Bitcoin. Look at the US, 13 billion. China, 12 billion. UK, 3 billion. Germany, 3 billion. El Salvador, 0.37 billion. And there's other countries. These are not all. This is just a slide I found to verify why we're telling people this is a good idea.
Actually have Bitcoin is the currency of the country. Like El Salvador is the smartest country in the world, in my opinion. Like he's got his head screwed on right. As a result of them doing that change, the remittance between El Salvadorians in Mexico or United States, Canada, wherever, anywhere in the world, those remittance fees of users, just plain old people sending funds back and forth between, because they make more money outside of the country than in, and they send funds as a result of them changing their currency to Bitcoin. The remittance has gone down by like $1 billion or something like that. And so they're saving their own people. It's like, wow.
Now, the foundation's laid. Let's build the house. BitHarvest. They're getting Bitcoin to people faster. That means you, me, any of us can get our hands on Bitcoin and do it faster. This company started in March. They opened their doors. 2 months, not 2 years, 2 months later, they went to one of the premier Bitcoin expos that happens in Dubai. There are so many crypto expos in Dubai nowadays. It's crazy. One of the premiers, the GCC group, had their event. BitHarvest shows up. 2 months old, y'all. 2-month-old company. They walk out winning the best cryptocurrency mining service provider in the whole organization. They have one device, and a lot of us on here already have it. If you don't, again, get back to who invited you here, get their information, and my opinion, start racking up. That's just my opinion. All right. It's important to have that MSB license, like Coinbase has it. When you're doing financial transactions and things, you must have this license. BitHarvest already has it. Yeah, there's the number. Another thing I like about this, the 5-year warranty. Some of y'all got Apple, some of y'all got Android, and none of us got no 5-year warranty when we bought them phones. Most cars don't come with a 5-year warranty. Come with like 3 a year, 100,000 miles, whatever. You got to pay extra to get a 5-year warranty. Well, welcome to BitHarvest. They actually give you a 5-year. They're so confident in their product. They give you a 5-year warranty included with your device. Now, paying back or paying off the device, the Bit Boosters, could take 5 months, could take 8, could take 3. It just depends on how much Bitcoin is, the algorithms that the machine uses. You know, all of it, there's a lot of factors that go into that. Once these devices are turned on, let me be clear. I noticed some builders on here, like I said, for the first time in 30 years, I've been in this industry for 30 years of networking. I've never seen where when you reach a rank in a company, you can actually stay there without fear of falling back down because somebody didn't order enough product this month, or some people quit, now you got to replace them. That's all gone. Once they're turned on and you reach a rank for the amount of people and the machines, once the machines are on, they cannot turn off. You can't turn them off. I can't turn them off. They are running 24 hours. They'll just keep paying you every day. That means whatever rank you reach, that is your new floor. You literally can't fall back down because somebody didn't order enough. The machines are making you stay where you are. If you continue to grow, you hit another plateau, you can't come back down. You continue to grow. What? Game over. Builders, you're welcome. Watch this. If you're on the, again, not tax advisors, you have to go back to whoever does your taxes and find out where you are in the world. I know where I am here in Virginia. I keep my receipts for any business, home business, or standalone business that I do because you get a write-off. I'm going to give our tax person every receipt that I have gotten from these devices. The Bit Booster pays itself off and you keep getting paid. You keep your receipt depending on where you are in the world. Find out from your tax people. You get paid again because that's a write-off for what you gave out comes back. And then the machine just keeps paying you. Are you kidding me? There's no reason, in my opinion, not to do this. In just from March to April, this company made 10 Bitcoin. By May, 50. By June, 100. I can't wait to see the actual new numbers. This is one of the owner, CEO, Logan Lee. Look him up. Go to our site. Go do your due diligence, as they say. But watch this. There are 3 mining farms that have already partnered with us from going to these expos around the world in just months. One is in Texas. You're talking about massive. These things are big as airports, some of them. Mining farms, so Bitcoin. They partner with us because the device is helping us and helping them, and it helps everybody. This, by partnering with us, these companies now can receive anywhere from 100 to 300% increase in profits because of what BitHarvest has brought to the table. That's Canada. No, I'm sorry. That's Texas, Ethiopia, and Cambodia. Am I right in those three, Walter?
Yeah, those are the three. And not only that, get this, they're licensed with the respective governments.
Bingo. Bingo. Like, we can end all the, is this legit or not? They have to be, to work with us, talking about BitHarvest, these entities have to be licensed with the government so we don't have the drama that some of us have went through in our travels and doing networking and so on. All three. So anybody else coming on has to be partnered, licensed with the government so we don't have the drama. Is that a guarantee? No. I'm just saying that's really strong proof and evidence. All right, here's a milestone chart. The one that jumps out to me, y'all can check them out, take a screenshot, whatever, is this one. BitBooster, that little device, we'll show you here in a second, is licensed by Alliance Bank. Like, really, that little device is like, this ain't no regular little device. It's licensed by a bank. That's what jumped out on this slide. This slide was just a bunch of updates. I like this one as well. But the one that I'm about to show, if y'all ain't do nothing else, make sure you screenshot this one because of that. Walter, what are those little 6 digits? What does that say right there?
Looks like the word NASDAQ. Is that what it says?
NASDAQ. Is that the place where they grill people and be all in their business and strip them down to the bone and do all that? Like, there's no scammers getting on the NASDAQ. Is BitHarvest going through the process to be put on the NASDAQ as early as September 2026? Are we looking at this right?
Yeah, that is super cool. Like, to get on NASDAQ, I don't think people understand how significant this is, because you have to have an external auditor. They go through every little penny that you make, that you spend, everything, all of your expenses. They have an auditor, and you have to prove this is where the money's coming from. This is what's going on. And so there are no scams that get onto NASDAQ. This doesn't happen.
Yeah, NASDAQ. All right. There's a plan in place, 5 phases. Phase 1, get these little boosters. Get as many as you can out to everybody. That's the plan. And it's working very, 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 very well. Next phase, brand development. Okay, they're already working on that as well. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, Web 3.0. That's like coming around the corner. I just saw that put in the announcements yesterday, I think it was. I haven't read it yet, but they're working on that. Phase 4, more partners, and what? BitBooster upgrade. So they're ready to upgrade the machines that we have. There's only 500,000. Oh, I can't help but tell people this. There's only 500,000 of the current machine for the whole world. That's it. Once they're gone, you can't get any more. They're not making any more of these machines. Why? Because technology changes, things move on. So the new version of those, my understanding is sometime next year, potentially, they're going to be ready to start upgrading to the new version because of the way things change in the technology world. So that's phase 4. And phase 5 is to have our own blockchain. AI, the whole shebang. This is the 5 phases that they're working on. Now, take a picture of this. We're not going to go into this. I don't really focus on the icing. I want y'all to focus on the cake. Have your cake and eat it too. Whoever came up with that ridiculous cliche, you can have your cake, but you can't eat it too, or something. Not, man, pass me with that foolishness. Why would you have cake and not eat it? This is how our current structure works for the market, for marketing plan. How you get paid for sharing it with others. Again, if you mind your business, get as many machines as you can, which is the cake. You can have cake with no icing. I've never seen anybody sit down and eat a tub of icing with no cake. This is the icing. Telling others, getting paid from their efforts. Every machine that turns on in your group, you're going to make from, and so are they. That's pretty cool. But the cake is how many machines are you going to get, enjoy them, love it, and share as fast as you can. If you prioritize this stuff, I think you're going to be really good to go. Just my opinion. All right, let's start breaking down why get BitHarvest boosters compared to the old way of doing stuff. Let's plant some old seeds versus new seeds. Old seed, real estate. I'm going to take $100,000 and I'm going to go get real estate. Somebody else, let's say it's Walter. Walter's going to take $100,000 and he's going to go get bit boosters.
Yeah.
So one of these devices. Oh, go ahead, Walter. I heard you.
Yeah, no, I'm all on board. I'll do the 100 boosters. You can do the real estate.
Yeah, let's do this. I do this on our Zoom calls, our team Zooms. So let's do this. I'm gonna be the hard-headed, old school. I'll do this side, and then when I ask you and I drop everything in, you do the bit booster side. So two people here. One's going new school. One's going to stay old school, no matter what is being said, and just do it the way it's supposed to be done. Okay. This is where this comparison ends, by the way. We both started with 100K. One of us about to work a lot. One of us ain't going to do nothing. There it is. Already, I got to fix up the property. Notice he's not doing anything. Let's see how this works out. I got to advertise it more, and I got to put more funds in again. It could be weeks, months, or years before I get a sale done. Oh, my God. So if I don't sell it and I decide to rent it out, now I got to manage the tenants. Walter, what's happening on your side of town while I'm over here working myself near to death? What happens in 24 to 48 hours after these devices are turned on? What does it say?
I'm making income, $400 a day.
So you're estimated making about $400, could be lower, could be higher based on Bitcoin's price and a lot of other factors. But I'm over here working and slaving and hustling and grinding and doing all this, fixing up, paying people to fix up. I ain't made a nickel. Matter of fact, it's costing me. But you're over there chilling. Okay, let's see if this gets any better for me. I don't think it will, but let's see. Oh, watch out now. My $100,000, I'm going to make about $500 a month. I could make a little less, could make a little more. Yeah. Walter, what you doing over there a month estimated?
Every single day, making about $400. Monthly estimated about $12,000.
Let's see. Maybe my yearly will turn this around. Guess not. What you doing over there, Walter?
Yeah. My yearly estimated $144,000.
I went with you and jumped on and got 102. I could, a year later, essentially, again, not a guarantee. We're not making any income claim. We're just sharing what the possibilities, comparing apples to apples. I could have got a house a year from now. Now, I noticed, did you tell how many people did you sign up to make all this? You talking about, did you go sign up and recruit a whole bunch of people and they all came in and they all stayed and that's how you made this? Or did you do nothing?
A big old goose egg on talking to people, buddy. Just making boosters, that's it.
So you didn't sign up anybody in the company to get boosters, and this is the kind of income potentially based on Bitcoin and other factors that you could be made doing nothing. Now, what happens if you do tell other people and they get bit boosters?
I get some icing on my cake.
You make more. That's how simple this is. If you complicate this, we can't help you. Keep it simple. Okay, let's leave real estate alone. Let's move into the business world. This is where the money at, they say. The big boys play in the business world. Okay, old seed versus new seed. I got to go write a plan. I got to hopefully get a loan. I got to worry about inventory. I got to bring employees. I got bills. On and on and on. Walter, what you getting?
I got some boosters.
I'm getting 50K to get my business, and you getting how many boosters?
I'm going to get 50 boosters.
So boosters, each one is like $1,000. A little bit estimated, depends because you need a little bit more for fees. Y'all know how crypto is. If you don't, there's fees. There's fees and everything. You go buy food, you got to pay fees. So let's get over the whole fee thing. Now you're talking, and again, you can get these devices at a 0.1. You can get a share of a booster. You don't have to. If you cannot come up with $1,000 or so, you got to start with 200, 300, 800, 100. That's fine. You can get parts of the booster. You will get parts of what it makes. It's literally that simple. You get a percentage of what it makes. Okay. I just opened a business. What do you mean I got monthly costs already? $1,000? Well, Walter, you ain't got no monthly costs. What's going on with you over there?
Making daily estimated about $200 a day. I'm happy.
Again. Okay. Oh, look, watch out now. Now, y'all know in business, you got 1 to 3 years or more before you break even. You ain't making no money, usually. Well, let's say I did. How about that? In a few months, I start making income, $2,000. 1,000's going out to business expenses or whatever, and we making $1,000. Now you can't tell me nothing because I'm making $1,000 early. What you doing a month? Oh yeah.
$6,000 a month, man, all the way.
So that's 6X's. Are you working?
Nope, just doing nothing. Hey, I'm just reading stories to my grandkids, man.
All right, yearly. I mean, that's okay. But Walter, what you doing a year, rough estimate?
$72,000 a year. You know, that paid for my life.
And you still ain't told nobody. But if you did, what happens again?
That is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, make more. Their machines pays them and you. All right, let's get to the retirement people. With the 401ks or the IRAs or the Roths or the company matching you, blah, 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 blah. Let's go down the old seed on this one versus the new seed. Most people's 401ks turn into 41ks or 4Ks because the markets literally just blow them out the water periodically throughout their time. The bit boosters pay themselves off in less than a year. It takes months. So this is a complete hypothetical I'm about to show. It can't even be this low on his side because they pay themselves off in months. But I try to figure how can I compare these two. So here we go. $10,000 a year. I'm going to deposit into my 401k, IRA, whatever. I'm estimating a 10% return. Now I know I'm on top of the world, but just 10%. People think 10% is like a great number, by the way, but they don't get anywhere near that usually. But check this out. Walter, what you doing over there? Oh, God.
Looks like $10,000 got me 80% a year.
So you estimated to make about 80%. The boosters going to pay themselves off, so this can't even be a real thing. But if I broke down that income per month, it would be about $83.33 a month. What you got, Walter?
$667 a month, estimated.
Jeez. Yearly income, about $1,000. So 10 grand, I'm getting $1,000 back a year. What you talking about over there, Walter?
$8,000 a year, estimated.
I'm talking about after 10 years. Estimated, I finally got back what I put in. 10 years later, Walter, in 10 years, based on this hypothetical, what could you be making, estimated?
$80,000.
They're paying you more than you paid for them in months. Okay. And what happens if you share this with others? Again, icing.
Completely icing, man.
You don't have to do the icing. Okay, I'm going to remove it. We can get out of the whole, I don't know anybody. I'm in the NFL. I'm in the no friends left league. Nobody wants to talk to me. They tell me don't bring them in. Okay. You can go run your numbers and get boosters.
Yep.
With nobody's help, the numbers are estimated on the screen. But if you do share it, to all of them that said no, you might find those that said, wait a minute, I changed my mind. That'll be a yes.
Why do I share? I share because I love my friends, I love my clients, and I love the people I associate with. And I want them to have success as well. That's why I share.
I mean, and that's a sound reason to share. Like, who wants to be around for what? Why would you want to become financially set free and everybody else around you suffering? Just my opinion. You might just want to share it again. Not financial advice. All right, now this is a hypothetical. I know Walter gets a kick out of this. I do as well. Oh, okay. The dollar, gold and silver, and Bitcoin. Let's put them head to head, side by side. I was born in 74, so I'm doing a 50-year example. No, Bitcoin was not around 50 years ago, but if it was, what would it look like? Well, let's take a look. There's a Corvette Stingray, 1974. There's a Corvette Stingray, 2024. About 6,000 US dollars, receipts, banknotes, not money, currency, get it right. Okay, that's what that is. 34.29 ounces of real money, gold, to buy the same vehicle. You take your gold, turn it back into those receipts, and you can go get the car. That was in 74. 1,200 ounces of silver. Again, turn that back to dollars, go get the car. If Bitcoin was around at that 0.0009% price point. It was not, but if it was, it would have taken 6.6 million Bitcoin to buy that car. Let's fast forward to 2024. If the dollar is really money, why did it take almost 11 times more dollars, which means it lost tremendous value in the last 50 years, to buy the same car? It's not because it went up in technology. That's not why. Yes, it did, but that's not why. The dollar is going to zero. It's only got about 3%, they say, left. Like, that's ridiculous. But you could turn that in to what we're talking about with these bit boosters, not financial advice, my opinion. So let's see what gold did. Oh, shocker, real money, not currency. And what? It's going to take less gold today to buy that same car. Silver, it takes more silver, but not 10, 11 times, not even 2 times. It's a few hundred more ounces of silver, and you can go buy that car.
1.06 Bitcoins. I love it.
Yeah, y'all do realize Bitcoin's at 95 to 99,000 right now. So it takes not even one Bitcoin, Bitcoin to get that car. How about getting paid in Bitcoin every day? What we've been talking about. Okay, you got to figure out where you get in. Get in where you fit in. If you only can come up with $100 and some change to do exchange fees and turn that into USDT, you can get a share of the Bit Booster. That's going to pay you about 30 to 50 cents per day, not in dollars, in Bitcoin. Which way is Bitcoin going again? Yeah. Maybe you want to get half a booster. That's what you can afford. That's where your lane is. You never put in more than you can afford to lose. That is a rule of thumb. Oh, and with that 0.5, half a machine, you can expect to make somewhere between $1.50 and $2.50, not in dollars, Bitcoin. That's going which way again? Up. 1,000. You can get a whole booster. That's about $3 to $5 a day in Bitcoin doing no work, whether you feel like it or not. It's going to make you more every single day. 10,000. 10 boosters. $30 to $50 a day in Bitcoin, not dollars. 50,000. Put yourself in a position wherever you are to start working toward where you're not working and your life is changing. 100,000, maybe you got 100,000 around. Okay. 100 boosters, 300 to 500 in Bitcoin per day. Maybe you got a cool meal. We know a young lady from Singapore. She took out the time and went to home office, flew to home office, got to meet everybody, went through the home office, rubbed elbows, asked questions, touched everything. She liked what she heard, liked what she saw. This young lady went home and turned 560,000 into 560,000 USDT. Dropped it in her account, clicked the button, got 560 machines. That is an estimated $2,500 a day. 24 to 48 hours after the machines turned on, period. Weeks went by. The woman came back to her account and dropped $1 million in there in USDT and bought 1,000 machines. 1.5 million is at risk. So we finally found out what this young lady does. She owns some kind of factory. I don't know what they produce, but she owns a factory in Singapore. So she's either a lot of cash sitting there going down in value, or she has a sizable account that she does invest. I don't know. The woman jumped her income up from $2,500 a day with that to $6,000 per day estimated. Then they said she's come back in the last month 2 more times, $1 million each time. We're talking $3.5 million. 3,500 bit boosters, all cranking out an estimated $14,000 a day. Most people ain't making that a month. And they're going to pay themselves off all of the machines in months. She has no downline, the last time I heard. She's not waiting to see if her friends are going to do it. What if you want a pay raise? Like, you normally have to go to your boss. You got to go through a process. You got to fill out paperwork. You got to hope you get the one for the year and all. What if you just want a pay raise? Well, you're not going to your boss and just get one because you want one. Well, you can do that here. How do you do that? Get more boosters. Not financial advice, just my opinion. We're doing it every day. 1 bit booster You get another bit booster, you just gave yourself a $4 a day in Bitcoin pay raise. If you get, I don't know, you have it or sitting there, you're trying to decide, you decide, you know what? I want $100 a day in Bitcoin pay raise. Okay, 25 more machines. You say, you know what? I'm going for the gusto, or I really need a change. And you literally have 100K somewhere, and you say, you know what? I need a pay raise in the next 24 to 48 hours. You can do that and make $400 in Bitcoin a day. And on up, there's no limit. Well, there is a limit, 500,000 machines. Well, there's not that many now because girl done tried to take all of them. Our family's grabbing them. Walter's people, everybody on here that's in is grabbing them. Rather you start at 100 USDT, making 30 to 50 cents in Bitcoin a day. Maybe you start at 10,000, maybe you start at 100,000, whatever, it doesn't matter. The difference here is that seed, should you decide, there's 3 options. You can put everything you make in commissions if you're sharing it, you don't have to, or everything you make in Bitcoin or both. You can put it all back in here and get more machines. Let the system make you more, to print you more. That's an option, my option. Option 2, you can take some of what you're producing, put it back in and get more, and take the rest out. I'm not there yet. That'll start in January. I joined in August. I ain't taking nothing. I'm rolling everything until January 1. New year, new thing, let's do it. Option 3, you like, nah, I don't know about this system. I want my stuff back fast as possible. I'll do something later if I want to. That's an option. You can take out everything you're making, period. But if you choose option 1 or option 2, look what can happen. Your one seed, by getting more, can literally turn into hundreds a day, per week, per month. It could be thousands per day, per week, per month. And if you kept doing that, some or all, that seed turned into an orchard that could turn into thousands a day, per week, per month, tens of thousands per day, per week, per month. If you kept doing that, it could literally turn into hundreds of thousands per month, per year, per week. Could be millions. This is what could happen if you plant the seeds and keep doing that. Take some of the fruit off, take the seeds, put them back in the ground. Or just put everything back in the ground. That's if you choose to do that. That's an option you would have to decide. Here's our numbers. I do these every week. We have other tools that we're using. We get a little bit of free, a very little bit of free Bitcoin. Then we added in BitHarvest right here. Me and the wife, 0.1. We started at 0.1 each, making about 30 to 50 cents each. So I went right in the middle. Let's say 40 cents times 2, 80 cents times 7 days in a week, $5.60. That's what we started at. A few days later, when I saw this kicking, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. How many they got? 500,000 machines. That's it for the world doing this? Oh yeah, we're gonna need more. So we got 1, and then we turned around a week later and got 10. Or 9, I'm sorry. Yeah, total of 10. Then we kept going. We got 20. So in August, we went from 0.1 to 20 machines. That's what we chose to do. That's what we were willing to risk. That's what we wanted our situation fund. We don't believe in emergencies because we know the God we serve. He don't do emergencies. He's in control of everything. Relax. But situations do come up, and those do happen. So we have a situation fund. We got to watch our words. We don't have no emergency situation. So this, to me, was a situation. I told my wife, hey, we need to go look at the situation fund, them dollars in there that's going down, heading to zero. And if we can put them somewhere where they can grow, we might need to have a conversation about this situation. So I showed her a little bit of this. We did the 10. I forgot what was said. It sparked me thinking again. I was like, that's another situation. Went back. We took out another 10. That's all I could get out of her, y'all. I tried to clean up the account, but I knew she wouldn't go for it. So I took what I could get. 20. Let's make this work. That was in August. We're at 43 or 45. I done lost count. I need to check. It's probably 45 or 46 machines now. Walter, I'm pretty sure we passed the 20 grand. I need to go look because I don't really pay. Only thing I'm doing is sharing this as fast as I can. I know the numbers take care of themselves. I know we make them per day, but I'm pretty sure now that I'm sitting here, we already made the 20 grand. That's 3 months because we shared it, but mostly because we did it ourselves and kept doing it ourselves with nobody. But as others start coming in, it speeds it up a little bit. It's not like huge earth shattering, but that will happen with the numbers as they keep going. I'm not worried about that. These are weekly numbers because we know this is what we do. I haven't punched the clock in 20 years. We done figured out some things. Do what the wealthy do, not what they tell you. Silver and gold, we know how to get that. So this is what we're per week. That's not bad. Doing no work, streams of income, different companies, not all one company. Talking about multiple streams. Stop it. That's not multiple streams. Because if that company leaves, you have no streams. A tree can have a ton of branches. You cut that tree down, they're all dead. I know people run around talking about multiple streams. Cut it out. That's not multiple. This is multiple streams. $134 a week. That's not bad. But watch what happens because we applied Bit Harvest and the Bit Boosters. This week, as of Sunday, that is, and every day we're getting paid. So this number is already old. It's Friday. We don't pay more than this. That's what we made from Bit Harvest. Not even all of it. This is just the boosters. I'm not talking about the extra commission. I'm just counting the boost. I focus on the cake. How much do we make? $3 to $5. I use 4 as a number on every machine that we have. I'm not worried about the icing. The icing is already coming. It's going to come. I'm not worried about that. That's extra. I'm looking purely at what our machines are doing for our family as we get more and more. That's a big difference from $5 and change a week to $1,200 and change in 13 weeks. Yeah, week 13. Look at this number down here, though. Oh, God. Hello, Walter. Tell me that's not a good thing. Your income screaming up every single day.
That is awesome.
Passive.
I love passive income.
So watch this. My wife has been at her job that she loved. She loved it. She liked it. Now she's like, okay, I'm kind of over. She spends the company's money. She's a buyer. It's not like she, but she has responsibilities and all that. Blah blah blah. We caught her income doing Bit Boosters in 8 weeks. We literally made the same as she made from 26 years of working a job passively in 8 weeks. 1 week later, because she got her yearly review, the pay raise that they give you, the yearly one or whatever, that came in, and for 1 week, she was making more than our passive. After I ran the numbers on week 9, 1 more week, we caught up to her pay raise included. Now it's just, we're gone. Now we're at 124%. But the one that really gets me is this one here. What is that? That's this number 13 weeks ago, now turned to 1,500 a week total. We're up 1,118% on our passive residual income because we added one thing, the Bit Boosters. So if you are, listen new people that haven't done it yet, you're thinking about it, or if you are in and you have at least a 0.1 Bit Booster or above, and you're not getting paid, like they're ripping you off, we're all up here lying, put a 1 in the chat. Watch the chat, y'all. This is going to be crickets, not a sound.
Not a sound.
100 plus people on here. We're all getting paid every single day. Now watch this. 127 people. Check this out. Everybody that's in here that has a part of or multiple Bit Boosters that are being paid, and I'll start it off, put a 1 in the chat. Watch the chat now. Look at the chat. If you're on here and you're trying to figure out, should I get Bitcoin? Should I get it this way? Where it's coming in every day. I don't have to go buy it. They keep paying you in it every day. If you are on the fence thinking, I'm not sure if I should do this or not, then you may want to rethink that.
Hey, I've had a couple of people ask, how does the Bit Booster work? So I'm going to share my screen. And I don't want sound too. So I'm just going to quickly explain in 5 minutes. This is how the mining portion works for the company. Okay, so this is a miner, and what it does is it connects to the network, and every time Bitcoin moves from place A to place B, somebody's moving it, they're sending it. This is a graphical interface of how of Bitcoin moving right now. And what happens is the computer picks this up, does a mathematical computation, and the first computer that does the mathematical computation wins the reward. Okay, so in this example, let's look at this block here. So this block was $64.2 million that was moved from place A to B to place B. Can you do that with your bank, by the way? No. Can you do that with any? No. Like, if you just want to move it, yeah, go ahead. Move it from there to there. So this computer that did this solution, they won a reward, a commission, okay? So that commission is put into this block, and every 10 minutes, this block is revealed and then dumped into the mining pool. Okay. And so the revealing of the Bitcoin, the processing of the transactions, all of that means that each computer put CPU power into this process, and a little bit of Bitcoin is created in the process. Okay. So this is how we come in. Our booster, what it does is it detects on the network the movement. Okay. And so it's connected. They're all housed at the main office in Kuala Lumpur. There's 3 server rooms. Okay. And they're housed there. And so they connect to the mining farms, and they are connecting to the network to detect the movement on the network. And they give the jobs to the miners in an optimized form, so that the jobs that are faster to complete get done faster. And by the way, it throws away those jobs that don't have to get done. Like anybody that's processing the job, and once it's been processed once, only the first computer wins the reward. Everybody else is simply confirmation, but they don't get any money from that.
Great presentation there, by the way, Wendell. That's really awesome. Go talk to the individual that gave you this video. They care about you. They want you to have a good experience, just like they're having a good experience. Go talk to them. Go create your ID and get your account going. I would encourage you also to buy a booster. Look at your situation and determine what you can do and take action. If you don't take action, you're actually really losing money every day, because the power of the money that you're in, the currency that you have, is going down. And so every day you are losing the ability to buy stuff. Okay. You're losing the ability to pay for stuff. Go take action. Because if you take action, you now have a way to make money. You now have a way to circumvent the lowering price of the dollar, and you now have an ability to make money. You now have an ability to get out of the rat race. Your friend cares about you. That's why he gave you this video. Go talk to him. Have a good experience. Just like the rest of us. Make some withdrawals and have a good experience. Talk to you in a bit. Have a great day.